Academic B finals for 7th grade. We'll begin with question 1. This company produced its first car. One of its vehicles, first production car to be launched into space aboard a Falcon Heavy rocket.
Tesla.
Echen, that's correct for 6. Question 2. In Act 2 of this opera, a stage band plays music from Vicente Martín y Soler's Una Cosa Rara before quoting music from its composer's own The Marriage of Figaro. Summer?
The Barber of Seville.
No, -2.
Magic.
That is incorrect, Midon, for -2.
Don Giovanni.
That's correct for 6. Tanish. Question 3. One soldier with this surname, alongside Samuel Prescott and Paul Revere.
Dawes.
For 6 points. Question 4. Regions crucial to the formation of this cellular structure are known as NORs and can be found on acrocentric chromosomes. If this structure becomes too sign of cellular atypia and can be cancerous transformation of a dense chromatin, this structure contains ribosomal and is involved in some That's 5 points. Question 5. In this work, the author's vision of a model human being is thought to be depicted through the character Konstantin Levin.
One piece.
No, -2.
Anna Karenina.
That's correct, Nish, for 6 points. Question 6. Members of this ethnic group inhabited the homelands of Transkei and Siskei, and many residents of East London are members of this ethnic group. Though part of the Bantu family, the language of this ethnic group is known for its heavy use of click.
Nigerian?
No, -2. Click sounds. Port Elizabeth was renamed Kbereha, the name of the Bakans River in the language of these people. Nelson Mandela was part of Porty.
Also.
That's correct for 4 points. Question 7. Notes from lectures by this man at the University of Cambridge were compiled in the Blue and Brown books. In one of this man's most important works, he distinguished the concepts of seeing that and seeing as through the now famous duck-rabbit illusion. The author of the Tractatus Logico... No, -2. Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus and Philosophical Investigations. For the points, who is this Austro-British philosopher of language? Right, below that dead, his name is Ludwig Wittgenstein. Question 8. In this 19... One character drops his glass eye into a fierce debate, and the narrator of this work is hospitalized after Lucius Brockway triggers a boiler explosion at Liberty Paints. Covering?
Invisible Man.
6 points.
Nice.
Question 9. The final campaign of this conflict can be translated as Campaign of the Hills, at which the Count of U led an allied victory at the battles of Piribebui and Acosta New. Earlier, the Duke of Caxias successfully besieged...
War of the Triple Alliance.
That's 6 points. For Samra. Question 10. This functionality is the last part of the interactive top-level sequence, which begins with reading, then evaluating, and ends with producing output. Typesetting programs have the pretty form of this functionality, nicely formatting mathematical expressions. And in C, a method for this functionality uses a format string with symbol specifiers for integers and strings, allowing a programmer to output strings like hello world. For the points, what is this? Text, Yichen. Let's say -2. What is this functionality?
Print.
That's what I need. 3 points. Sure thing.
Okay. After 10, score check. We have Vedant at 2, Ramanuj at -2, Yichen at 9, Tanish at 16, Bolin 0, and Samrat 11.
Thank you. Alright, let's say hello world.
You believe the answer is equivalent. You believe you should have been prompted.
Equivalent.
Okay.
Since this is the finals, we will wait for the protest to be absolved or resolved before we proceed. So do a score check. Yeah, okay. What? Yeah, if the score
We'll wait-
changes,
we'll
I'll
wait
do a
till
score
they
check. Yeah. Oh, I can do it again.
Fine.
Just take a few
Yeah.
seconds.
Just while we're waiting.
Sure.
We go around the question.
Okay. Again, the score check pending the protest. We have Vedanth 2, Ramanuja neg 2, Yichen 9, Samrat 11, Bolin 0, and Tanish 16.
Okay, it's the same thing.
So denied.
The process has been denied. All right. We'll do our next score check after question 20. Question 11. In 2002, this structure had post-tensioning cables installed by Robert Silman to arrest the progressive deflection of its lowest concrete terrace. During construction, Walter Hall added additional steel reinforcement in the main floor beams of this structure, beyond the orders of the architect. Commissioned? No, -2. Commissioned by the owner of a Pittsburgh department store in Stewart Township, Pennsylvania. For the points, what is this cantilevered Frank Lloyd Wright designed?
Drawing water.
That's correct for 4 points. Question 12. This empire was established following the Ghurid conquest of northern India by its first.
Delhi Sultanate.
That's correct for 6 points. Tanish.
Yep.
Question 13. This rotational quantity is decreased for a grain of dust due to the Poynting-Robertson effect, and the change in this quantity is related to its time derivative and torque. This quantity.
Rotation.
Say prompt. That's time. This quantity can be written as the position vector crossed by another vector equal to mass times velocity, and it is equal to the moment of inertia times a type of velocity measured in radians per second. Conserved when there. That's correct for 5 points. Question 14. An early work by this author, titled Freshwater, depicted Alfred Lord Tennyson and featured the author's great aunt Julia Margaret Cameron as its protagonist. This woman co-founded the Hogarth Press, which published a work based on lectures this author gave at women's colleges, titled A Room of One's Own. You know?
Oof.
Yes, for 6 points. Question 15. Following the resignation of a predecessor, this politician participated in a leadership election, defeating Shinjiro Koizumi. Following that victory, this politician lost the support of Komeito party leader Tetsuo.
Shinzo Abe.
No, -2. Tetsuo Saito, resulting in that party leaving its government coalition. This politician's country has been in a diplomatic crisis with China since 2025 after this one.
Sane Takaichi.
5 points. For
Ramanuja.
question 16. This process is commonly used in complexometric forms of this laboratory process, and graphs used in this process are often analyzed using grand plots. This process was popularized after an invention by Antoine-Henri de Croisille, was redesigned into simpler form by Carl Friedrich Mohr. This process, also known as volumetric analysis, often makes use of a barrette, used to find the concentration of an analyte. For the points, what is this?
Oh, titration.
That's correct for 4 points.
For bowling.
For bowling. Question 17. A young boy brandishes 2 pistols inspired. 6 points. Question 18. This man oversaw the implementation of Plan Dalit in 1948, and during his country's first elections, this man's Mapai party won the largest number of legislative seats. This man implemented Operation Magic Carpet to facilitate some
Uh, Hugo Chavez.
incorrect. To facilitate immigration to his country and helped establish the political dominance of labor Zionism. Overseeing his country's participation in the Suez Crisis as the first prime minister of Israel were the.
Ben Gurion.
That's correct for 4 points. Question 19. The descending slab in this process creates deep trenches and fuels explosive volcanic arcs like evolutions.
Subduction.
Correct for 6 points.
Great job, Eugene.
Question 20. This character claims that he will sink with his nose to the sunrise if he does not reach one location. This character challenges Eustace Scrub to a fencing game. Yeah,
Oh, like
that's time. And this character, who is remembered as a valiant combatant during the Second Battle of Eruna, sails aboard the Dawn Treader. This character's ancestors were blessed with speech after gnawing away the ropes binding Aslan to the stone table.
Edmund.
No, -2. For the points, name this chivalrous chief mouse of Narnia. His name is Rebichi. How are our scores looking now?
Okay, after 20, we have Vedanta at 12, Ramanuja at 7, Yichen at 11, Samrat at 7, Bolin at 9, and Tanish at 24. Remember, you're out at 3.
High scoring round.
Yeah.
Right.
Tanisha's 29.
Bolin, you think?
Wait, what?
We have a 24.
Yeah.
All three of our scorekeepers agree that
What?
it's 24.
Tanish is 24, yes.
Question 21. Following this rebellion, College of William and Mary President Thomas Roderick Dew published in defense.
Jenkins Rebellion.
No, -2. A defense of slavery, and many slave states further restricted laws against literacy for African Americans. Operations.
Nat Turner's Rebellion.
6 points. Question 22. This scientist collaborated with Frederick Soddy at McGill University to develop the theory of radioactive disintegration, which explained radioactive decay and defined the half-life. This scientist proposed that radioactive elements transmute into other elements over time, and differentiated between alpha and beta radiation by studying their penetrating power. The plum pudding model was disproved.
4.
Correct. For 5 points. Question 23. This artist's only sculpture used Marie van Gertem as inspiration and was titled Little Dancer of 14 Years. This artist was a leading member of a circle that included Edouard Manet and Camille Pissarro.
Degas.
That's correct for 6 points.
W Humanities Museum.
Question 24. On the shores of this lake, the Dodi Princess was the only cruise ship in its country, and Albert Kitson advocated for development of the basin of this lake for resource extraction.
NLC.
No, -2. Resource extraction created by the Akosombo Dam at this lake.
Lake Volta.
That's correct for 6 points.
Samrat.
Question 25. These devices, due to a 1905 patent, are considered to have been invented by Alfred Buchy, and early examples of these devices were made to compensate for reduced power of planes at higher altitudes. Intercoolers are often used alongside these devices, and the use of twin scrolls can reduce lag associated with these devices, powered via turbine driven by exhaust gas. Used to force induction to an engine and often found in modern automobiles. For the points, what are these devices? Whole time there. These are turbochargers. All I needed was turbo. Question 26. Planned to include 8 books, this series will have its 6th book released in October 2026. And when this book series was written, the Book of Exodus inspired the character Miriam, while Rysand and the Night Court draw on broader mythological influences. In the first book of this series, the main character, Feyre, is taken to the land of the fairy Prithian, where she becomes High Fae. Growing in popularity due to TikTok. For the points, what is this fantasy romance series by Sarah J. Maas? That's time. This is called A Court of Thorns and Roses. Question 27. This group was legally established by the Lex Titia and was earlier disputed. That's correct for 6 points.
Okay, great job, Veda.
Bringing you up to.
Okay, okay, do you want to do a score check?
We've got 3 questions left. Yeah, we can check our score one more.
Okay, Vedant 18, Ramanuja 7, Yichen 20, Samrat 13, Boland 13, and Tanish 24.
Right. Still. Oh yeah. Very close game. Question 28. This author composed Responsio ad Lutherem in response to Martin Luther's attack on the Assertio Septem Sacramentorum of the King of England. The setting of another work by this author was originally supposed to be called Nusquama, but this author later changed it to the Greek-influenced term Utopia. Becoming a saint after being executed by Henry. Yeah. That's correct for 5 points. Slide into second place. Question 29. During this historical period, Gongsun Du declared independence in a regime in Liaodong, and the Sima clan gained influence as. Great Kingdom's period. 6 points. Right. Final question.
We have a player at 24, one at 23, and one at 20, and one at 19.
Got 4 players in contention for first. Question 30. According to the Gilfaginning, this deity married Nana, with whom he is said to have a son, Forseti. That work also states that nothing is more beautiful than this deity's hall, Breidablik, and that no ship is larger. Yeah. That's correct for 6 points. Let's see. All right. So Vedant, you're going to be our first place champion. You are second place champion. Third place champion. Fourth place. Roman, you're in fifth place. Yeah, you're in sixth place.
Wonderful. I hope we'll see you again here next year when you're eighth graders.
Just to repeat, the presentation of awards will be in the ballroom Orlando N.